What do I want more than anything else right now? What do I want more than anything else right now? That is the greatest vision God has placed in you. And how to start where you are with that vision? Believe in it. Keep that goal in your mind to the exclusion of everything else. A vision of health, a vision of harmony, a vision of love, a vision of security, a vision of employment. Whatever the vision is, let go of the details and hold the goal, the vision, the dream in your mind to the exclusion of everything else. See, what I realize is too often we get the vision, and then instead of writing and starting from where we are, we go to that intellect and we write the book of excuses. And we go right to all the reasons why we're excluded from the vision. Well, look around you. I'm telling you, you're included in the vision. You're included in God's vision. You're included in prosperity. You're included in abundance. You're included in health here and now. So we start from where we are. Well, that sounds good, Rev, but what does that mean? There's this book that we use to guide the church and the leaders of the church. It's called 7 Practices of Effective Ministry. The second practice for leaders of any organization, and it applies to ourselves, is to think steps, not programs. And so if I bring that to ourselves, it's to think that very next step and not get overwhelmed by the vision. See, this is the challenge. This is the divine opportunity. It's hold the goal, the vision, the dream, the business, the marriage, the relationship, the wholeness, whatever it is. Hold the picture complete. And then not try and say how far I am from that vision, but then discern what is that one step I can take today. What is that one step I can take to move me in the direction of the greatness that God has already placed in me? This explains why the 4T class and the 12 steps work for everyone. Because every time we complete a 4T class, every time we get another one-year medallion, every time we never go back to who we were. It's impossible because we see the world different. We see that we're accountable. We see that we co-create with an intelligent understanding of God. We can never go back 12 weeks, or we can never go back 12 months. Even if we do, we haunt ourselves because we think different. We make new decisions from a new perception every day of our life. This is our Independence Day. The publisher of the book says, the book is perfect to provide direction in a time of great uncertainty. Whatever someone has been dealing with, start where you are, offers hope and provides a roadmap for starting new. It's an ideal book for someone who wants to break through the cycles and thinkings that have limited their potential to this day. And today is only an introduction. We're all ready to launch something new in our life. I can feel it in this church. We felt it at the meeting on Thursday night. We felt it last week at our anniversary celebration. We are ready to launch something new. And what do we know about launching something? We know that for 6 minutes, you have to put incredible amount of strength to break free from the gravity. Every one of us, we have this spiritual gravity. It tries to hold us down. It's not God. It's our own past telling us we can't do this. We can't rise this much. We can't get this job. We can't have that relationship. It holds us down, and all we need to do is put enough fuel in. That's why the space shuttle is this big and the tanks are this big. So once you get 6-7 minutes up, you are free from gravity, and you know you will soar to the ends of the universe without another ounce of fuel. Because there's no obstacle blocking you. You just have to get away from the ground. we're all ready to get away from what grounds us. You know, every week we ask ourselves in these cards, what is the next step? My next step today is I am interested in. And we go through those responses, and a majority of people want a new prosperity class, and they want to understand Unity's views of the Bible. And so we're combining this book series with the 4T class that begins Wednesday. We're going to answer the call to move forward. We are going to answer what everybody has wanted. Stand up if you've taken the prosperity class. Stand up. Looking around. Sit down if it hasn't changed you. If it has not changed you. Okay? Did anybody sit down? Come on, come up. I'll tell you. You sit down if it was a waste of 12 weeks of your life. Sit down if you saw the world the same you did 12 weeks before you took the class. Now sit down if it was the greatest thing you ever did for yourself in your life. We ask, and we usually do one in the spring, one in the fall. We're doing one in the summer to answer the call of the church. You see, the 4T makes us deal with our past, the steps. In an interview, Chris Gardner says, before he could really embrace the idea of success, he had to deal with his past. And he recommended in this interview, everyone does the same. Why? Because as we deal with our past, we face current mountains with actual hiking boots on. We're not trying to hike the mountain wearing our baby shoes with inner child issues that have been unhealed. We're not trying to hike the mountains of adulthood, the mountains of greatness, wearing slippers from getting out of the bed in the morning. We actually deal with our past, and what happens is we face a new day, a new issue with a new and intelligent understanding. By doing this, we can really understand Emily Cady, who says in Lessons in Truth, we are freed. We are freed from trying to put new wine in old wineskins. We are freed from trying to solve new problems with old solutions. Today remembers how possible and how powerful it is to take a new problem and write up a new solution for a new understanding. We know the words of the Declaration of Independence. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that we are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights. And among these, the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And we also know when those words were written, women had no rights. We know when those words were written, 15, 20% of the people living under them were in slavery. We know when those words were written, they were written to mean that white men who were property owners were created equal. But we see the consciousness of spirit take its time. Take its time and unfold the pursuit of happiness. See, they're powerful words. And sometimes you got to speak the words in spite of the situation.